Woo! This is exciting. Well, we still have a couple minutes. So if you do not see your teammates on, take this next, 60 seconds, shoot them a quick text, say, yo, remember us? It's a new night. How exciting. Hey, Miss Janice. And I see Susan and Cindy, Karen, Dara. Is it Dara or Dara? Dara, number one? Okay. All right, Dara, I'll try and remember. If anybody has a Kristen and a Kirsten in your life, if I have two of them, I'm screwed. I call them the other one all the time. All the time. And Asim, what's up? Janelle's coming on. Message anyone you do not see. We got Tuesday. Like, this is like, I think a whole new like world all of a sudden, because it's like not Friday mornings, not Monday in the middle of the day. Like, where's all my daytime workers? Like, this is gonna be exciting. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm leading this bad boy with Sassy Shay. Wait, I'm gonna wait a minute. I wanna make sure everyone's on before I talk about her. She's one of my favorite freaking people ever. If you've never met her before, you need to. And just get to know her right now. Oops, wait, let's just do a different color. Oh, there we go. Whew. How many of you guys are not liking the sun going down so early? My natural light right now is gone. I'm like, why do I need my ring light? Normally I have like this beautiful natural light coming through. Man, oh my God, we have 26 people. This is exciting. I wonder if we could get like double that by the time we actually get going. Oh, and it's time. Oh my goodness, I got so excited I didn't realize. Well, if you guys have not met me before, my name is Donna Jackson. I am from Las Vegas. Used to live in San Diego. Yes, I miss the beach, but man, these mountains are gorgeous. The sunset I'm seeing right now is gorgeous. So, it's all beautiful. And it's finally starting to cool off. I would love to know, since there's so many of us and this is a new night, I would love to know, type a 1 in the chat if this is your very first time ever doing a power hour, action hour, whatever hour you want to call this. And if it's not, and you've been around and you've done these before and you're like, I do this every week, what you talking about? Put a 2 in the chat. And then the last thing I want to know, where are you from? Now that y'all know where I'm from, you guys know where to fly into if you want to visit, always open. I would love to know where you are from and what are you guys drinking right now? I just did the hibiscus lemonade. All I know is that Mexican ketones that coming out, if it tastes like this, I'm going to buy it all. You better be quick when it goes on sale. So awesome. Oh, we got some berry blue. Oh yeah. East Coast, baby. Y'all won. I was so excited for you and bum. I'm West Coast, but you guys crushed it with the KLPs. I'm so stoked. We definitely got to have a rematch. West Coast has to, we gotta come back. Oh, this is awesome. You got the spicy elotes coming out. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm super excited to be here. I've gotten the pleasure of leading action hours on the Friday mornings in the past. I was actually one that voted for Tuesday night, and I'll tell you the reason why. You guys are getting me and Sassy Shay here right after our COC call. This is why you never want to miss these. If anyone's leading these calls and they're not pumped up because they went just from the Circle of Champions call to this one, you let me know personally. You figure out how to find me. Because it is exciting. I'm pumped. We're talking about LCD, all the things. We're not going to talk about that with you guys because we want to get in action. But man, I'm pumped. So without further ado, I want to introduce one of my now good friends. This is why I love this community. I met her a year ago. Miss Sassy Shay, she lives in Texas. She's a rock star. I swear, every time I talk to her, I get pumped up to go build my business. And I'm going to hand it off to her so she can give y'all some really great step-by-steps of what we're going to do tonight.
Thank you, Donna. Hey, y'all. I am Shay, and I'm from Texas. I saw someone type in San Antonio. Sorry, I have a hair. And I just moved from San Antonio a year ago. So I was like, oh, someone's from San Antonio. So now I'm up in the Weatherford, northern Texas area. But I, like Donna said, just got off a COC call. We are pumped up and thrilled for LCD. And I just want to mention, if you don't have an LCD ticket yet, you can still get it. It's virtual. It's amazing. It's 4 to 5 hours a day. You will learn so much stuff that will take your business to the next level. These virtual events are just as important as plugging into these weekly Zoom calls. So me too, Asim. Like I am so ready to see you in Boston. Some of us are taking a little trip to gather together, but I highly, highly suggest. I have books like this that I keep for each event, and I have one under here. I have two more under here so that I can go back and refer to my notes and just literally pump myself up and push my business forward. How many of you are familiar with the term warming your feed? I thought, and I'll be honest, because this is how my brain operates, I thought they said warm your feet before you start working. And I was like, well, I don't have a fireplace, but I got a heating blanket. Let me warm up my feet. I guess it's going to get my body going. And then I'm going to go and do all these posts. No, it's warming your feed, which would be your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed or both. So is anyone not familiar with how to warm your feed? We're going to do about 5 minutes of that. And I'm going to give you some ideas of how to basically trick Uncle Mark Zuckerberg to get us into the Facebook algorithm, and then same thing with the Instagram algorithm. Christy, great. It's okay. I want y'all to not be familiar, so this will be a great learning tool. So what we do when we warm up our feed, people love to vote. They love to give their opinion. And so whether you're buying a new car or you're buying a new washer dryer or new hairstyles, just go pick up some images and just say, hey, help me settle this debate. Help me pick out which washer and dryer should I get. And people will just start commenting, oh, Samsung, oh, LG, or I did one, I wasn't even getting my hair done. And I said, which hairstyle should I go, A, B, C, or D? And I had so many comments on that. And then when you reply to those comments, Facebook thinks, oh, she's doing something important. And then you start showing up on other people's feeds, and you want to post your things publicly, so you're just not limited to your kids. So let's take 5 minutes. And the reason why we're warming up our feeds this morning, I think I need to keto up. This evening is so that we can be in everybody's feeds tomorrow. So in case something happens to show up that we're all excited about, you'll have eyes on your Facebook feed. You'll have eyes on your Instagram feed. If you don't want to do Instagram, that's okay. If you're just used to working on Facebook. So pick something that, or you could do help settle debate. Should I paint my room, pink or blue? And just people will vote. So I'll set my timer. Will take like 5 minutes. If you need to Google some photos, but let's get our feeds warmed up, not our feet, but our feeds. And I'm interested to see how many comments you'll get right away, because people love to vote. Make sure you do it publicly so that you're not limited to your friends. I'm going to do a poll about what kind of luggage should I travel with on Thursday. Should I take a carry-on or should I check everything? Donna, will you set a timer for like 5 minutes, please?
Just doing that, girl. I'm reading your mind. All right.
Melinda, you can do it in your stories if you want to create a question or like a poll, or you can just do it as a regular post, or you could do all three: Facebook stories, Insta stories, and Instagram. If you can combat all four and you can utilize as many social media platforms as you can, that's just more reach that you have to people out there. I know we're not going to go over TikTok, but TikTok did announce that they have 1 billion followers. Y'all, that's 1 billion people that we haven't even tapped into. So never count out a social media outlet to work your business on, or just to be who you are. But that's a whole nother course. But just to let you know, doing things publicly, you have the ability to reach more people that may just be searching for, healthy, keto, whichever. Janice, I love TikTok too. I'm not TikTok famous, but I love being quirky and silly and finding your niche, just to connect with people. And then they'll be like, oh, this person's on Facebook. So, or this person's on Instagram. So I'll quit talking so we can all put our post up. There you go. I just did mine, one of those, you can see it. Backgrounds. It just said, help me decide. Should I, what type of luggage to travel with to Boston? Should I check everything, pack big, or just use one carry-on and pack light? Hey, Brenda, the assignment is to warm up your feed. And the best way that we found to get better results and get you into the algorithm is if you give people the chance to give their opinion or to vote on something. So if you want to say, help me decide what I should have for breakfast tomorrow. Should I make bacon and eggs, or, do I just stop and grab a donut? Or help me decide what picture to put above my couch. Just give them something to vote on, because people love to comment and give their opinions because they think they're helping you, whether you're really doing it or not. Does that make sense? See, Erica, people are still commenting on your hair post from Thursday. You are in the good side of the algorithm, which is amazing, so that when you do post about any benefit that you're getting from drinking ketones, like today, I did a picture of me from, don't laugh, 1983. I was 16. And I did a side-by-side picture of me now. And I said, tell me you're drinking ketones without tell me you're drinking ketones. And I kind of looked the same, except my hair was red and curly, and it was the 80s. So it was Olin Mills photo, but I got a lot of comments on that. So that tomorrow is still going to be in the algorithm. And then when the special something that may or may not drop tomorrow, we will all be prepared because people will be on our feeds. Oh, Janelle, that's a good one. What's your favorite holiday, Halloween or Christmas? Booze or Santa? Not booze, booze. B-O-O, B-O, almost said B-O-O-Z, B-O-O, boo. That's a good one. Oh, that is a good one too, Krista. What's the best service to use, UPS or USPS? And then someone might come in and comment and be like, neither, FedEx. And something I learned from Donna today when we were chatting on the phone is the rule of thumb when you reply to someone's comment, if they say, hey, USPS, my number one, comment back with at least 4 words, like, thank you for commenting, you rock. Because if you just do a heart or whatever, it's not going to pick up as that post is being interactive, and you might not be in the algorithm so much. And that's a tip that I learned from Donna today.
And the other thing to add to that is we're here to connect with people, to acknowledge them. So when you're actually talking in a sentence, you can actually start that connection. So what's great about it is like, oh my God, thank you for the advice. I totally want to take that. How have you been? Right in that comment. You guys can go back and forth, which also then builds the algorithm, because now you may have 4 messages for every comment. So converse. And I know I need to get better at it. So it was great telling you. Oh, and that's perfect timing. We're done. What are we doing next, Shay?
Did you see some of the comments? There's some good things that I'm going to use. Homemade tacos or Taco Bell. What car should I drive today? Thinking about putting a pink or black streak in my hair. I mean, those are some fabulous ideas, because people are going to tell you what their opinion is. So now that you've done that, it's going to start making comments on your post and voting and telling you what they want you to do. And think about painting my office gray or blue. What shade? That's an awesome warming up your feed as well. The next thing that we like to do once we've done that, how many of you know how to locate the birthdays that Facebook so kindly reminds you of? To be honest, I would not even know anyone's birthday except for my family if Facebook didn't remind me. If you don't know how to find it, if you just type birthday in your search bar, it'll show you whose birthdays are that day. I like to make a quick video and I use it for everybody, and I'll send them a message like, hey, oh my gosh, it's your day. It's happy birthday to you. You don't even look a day over 25. I hope you have an amazing day. And I send that to them in a messenger, because it becomes more personal, whether I know who this poison. I'm getting ready to go to Boston in a car. So poison, whether I know this person personally or not, they're going to be like, who is this? And she took the time to send me a video, and they're going to go look at my Facebook page, and they're going to start scrolling going, what is this that she's talking about? This focus, this energy. So there's multiple ways to do that, but comment on everyone's birthday if you want to put it in their stories, send them a message with the video. Also, I learned a trick from attending one of these action hours, which I can't stress enough how important these are. Go back to the people that you missed and say, oh my gosh, happy belated birthday, because the day of their birthday, they're going to get flooded with happy birthdays either on their wall or in their messages. Be like, oh my gosh, happy belated birthday. I hope you had an amazing day. You do it on purpose, Donna? Or I've had somebody send me a message that said, happy half birthday. I was like, is this person drinking? She was already planting the seed to say happy half birthday. And then in June, she was like, happy full birthday. And I had to go and look to see who this person was. And she just happened to be a realtor. And I'm not in the market for a house, but she made me go and look at her profile. So that's the objective is, and you might make a connection with that person to be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Hey, I looked at your profile. What's this magic drink that you talk about? And that gives you permission to approach them about the product. Does that make sense? Yep. So we'll take like 5 minutes and go. And if you haven't already, go in and type birthday at the top and it'll pull everybody's up. And then we'll send out our happy birthdays. I do some on stories because you have that option. And the other ones that I do the videos on. Erica said, happy birthday. Let's just say Jane. Hope you have a magical other objective day. That's a good one. Was encouraged to ask them a question so that, yeah, Joy, exactly. Like, hey, happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. What big plans do you have? And that gets them engaged. And it's that connection and bond. That's a very good tip. So we'll take some 5 minutes to do that.
prepares for another wave of migrants, possibly numbering in the tens of thousands. Wow. Right here in the Rio Grande Valley, where they're going to be joining.
And if you guys have any message, like if you guys have any questions or anything, do not hesitate to pop them over into the chat and we'll definitely address it. So if you're stuck on anything, make sure y'all go ahead and pop that in the chat. Okie dokie. Guess what just went off the timer? All right. So how many of you guys even are like having a good time just saying happy birthday to our friends? Like how many times do you go throughout your day and you're like, gosh, I just need to say hi to my friends. I hope that's what this feels like to you. Not, oh, let me do 1, 2, 3 so I can move my business. That's not what we're about. We're in the people business. We want them to feel love. And also, it's, I don't know, to me, it gives me a reason to reach out and to remember to reach out. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. But before we go on to the next thing, I have just got to acknowledge, I don't know if it's Tuesday night, like the fact that y'all are here and not out eating tacos right now. I just want to acknowledge you guys. We have over 50 people. I literally said, like, what if we could double it? And we did. Like we've gone up, the highest was 55. I peaked, but I just want to acknowledge you guys for showing up. I love this. I know you guys normally get that at the end, but I just wanted to pop in and just, I don't know, type a 1 if you guys are enjoying this on a Tuesday night and you're like, this is nice that I can actually attend. Okay, awesome. Because we need that feedback because we want to keep doing these for those. And yeah, next time you can even bring your tacos with you. I mean, there's nothing that says you can't have tacos. Oh, there you go, Brenda. You had pizza. Awesome. All right, cool. Because I love having fun with you guys too. And this is my thing. Some of you guys I don't ever get to see. I know I'm having fun co-leading with Sassy Shay. She's not even on technically my team, but she's on my team because we're all team prove it. So, okay, awesome. Well, I want to hand this back off to Sassy Shay because I do not want you guys to miss any opportunity because she's got some really golden nuggets for the next step. So I was going to shush up right now. Ooh, low carb.
No.
Okay, Erica, you gotta
I forgot to say that this is just, these actions that we're giving you aren't just a Tuesday night thing. This is something that we do daily. And I will be honest, in the beginning, I thought my upline was nuts and they wanted me to do all this stuff because they just wanted me to be doing something and I was going to be wasting my time. I learned that to 1, trust the process, and 2, being consistent is the key. Because how many of you have watched somebody do something or try to like a night cream or something, and then you're like, you know, that seems kind of interesting. And then all of a sudden you don't see them post about it anymore. Then you're like, oh, well, guess you didn't like it. I'm glad that I didn't waste my money on it. That same aspect goes from this. For 3 years, I have consistently posted about this magical product and what it's done for me, what it's even done for my dog, what it's done for my lifestyle, and the community I've gotten to meet. So we just don't talk about ketones, we talk about the community in itself. So this is an everyday thing. The first thing I do when I get up is I warm up my feed by posting either a poll or a question or a quote, something, and then I will go in and post a picture of me and saying, I'm so fueled, my brain is ready to operate for the day, I'll take on anything. So there's a purpose behind every action that we give you. It's an everyday thing. And don't feel bad if you miss a day because, you know, life happens, but consistency is key. How many of you belong to groups that, let's say you have a hobby? Like me, I have a Boston Terrier. So I belong to like 3 or 4 Boston Terrier groups, and I'm a Hobby Lobby fanatic because I love to decorate and shop with Hobby Lobby. So I'm in that group. How many people search for groups and think of ways outside the box to maybe connect and make new friends? Type like me in the chat. You too, Brenda. So now I'm thinking I've tapped out on the Hobby Lobby and I've made some friends and customers, and I put a Prove It shirt on my dog and did a little video of me walking, and people were like, what does that shirt say? It's like, oh, my dog and I are fueled with ketones. So now I'm thinking I want to find a, don't laugh, I want to find a roller skate group. Surely there are 55-year-olds my age that still roller skate or rollerblade. So what goes hand in hand? Roller skates and ketones. You need the energy and the focus to balance. So why not join something like that? You did, Donna. That's hello. See, we think the same. So I encourage you to go and just search for some groups to join. And we'll take like 3 minutes to do that. And the objective is to be active in those groups and commenting. And then when you start to make a connection with someone, send them a friend request. And they're going to recognize your name and go, oh, that's that person that's now wanting to do roller skates. You have a connection with that person. I'm not saying, message them, but the more you are active in a group throughout your day, people are going to recognize your name and you send them. You want to be adding like 3 to 5 new friends to your Facebook. Same thing with following on Instagram for those of you that you use Instagram. Yes, see, Asim, you make real connections. Not sure about Kevin, but I love me some bacon. Look for keto groups or look for low carb groups. I try to look for Halloween decorations because I just put up some spider webs and some little witches from the Dollar Tree. I think there's a Dollar Tree group, which, decorating is fun. Baking groups, anything that you can think of, dog groups, jump rope. Like I said, rollerblade or roller skating, something that they're sewing in. Have y'all seen those chunky blankets that people make with like their elbows and stuff? That's like real. And like, I really want to learn. So I joined a few of those groups and I'm making some connections there too. So let's take like 3 minutes and just find a new group to join and then just write that down. And then tomorrow start looking through there, or tonight before you go to bed, just start making some comments and see if you can get some, comments back and make some connections there. There's so many ways that we can run our business and move forward with it without sounding like we're trying to be salesy or pushy. I'm gonna go look for that roller skate group right now.
And share it with me when you're done. I want to learn.
Beginner roller skating. Join me. Boom, there we go.
Goodness, that was the fastest 3 minutes. My goodness. All right, so I just got to tell you guys. So I went ahead. I'm single in Las Vegas, and I've been dating. So I put in single women in Vegas, and it came up a dating site. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you kind of have to be careful. This is like a tidbit. The one that came out was Las Vegas Freaks at Night. And when I Googled that, so make sure you guys look into the group. Maybe you might not be quite the group you want before you just go join it. I'm just saying. So we'll see. And I also joined beginner hikers in Las Vegas. I've been avoiding Vegas, like hiking here, and I need the baby trails. So anyways, well, that was fun. Well, Sassy Shay, what are we doing next, girl?
So I totally forgot, in addition to warming up your feed, what falls under that category is go and comment on non-prove it people. Because what happened to me in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, this prove it person requested me. I'm friends with friends. And then all I was doing was like commenting on their post and liking their post. So I noticed that my feed was nothing but prove it people. I need to see people. I mean, I love you, prove it people, but I want to see non-prove it people. So to get out of that and to get your feed showing friends on your list, go and comment on non-prove it people's post. Like I usually go to their profile pic and go, this is a gorgeous photo. Or if their background, what do they call that? A background, or their, what's the one behind your profile pic called?
Cover.
Your cover photo. Or I just find a post to comment on. And that tells Facebook, oh, she's interested in what they're posting. And then that person will come back, usually was, oh, thank you, that was so kind. So same thing with stories. And then same thing with Facebook post, because you want to see less prove it people and more of your friends, because you're going to make those connections and you're going to start showing up in their feed and they're going to start showing up in your feed. And I had that a big circle around. I completely forgot to mention that.
And that's such a great tip. And because the very next thing we're going to talk about, which we're going to end the night with, I believe, I think this is the grand finale. How many of you guys, and I want you to type a 1 in the chat, just so you guys know, I'm also getting practice saying type the 1 in the chat, because that's always something I'm jealous of other leaders when they do calls. Am I doing okay? Am I doing okay? Because I'm really excited. But I want you to type a 1 in the chat if you utilize our Wednesday night guest call. Like you use that as the tool to help build your business. Don't be a tool, use the tools, because we have them on purpose. And I know, Shay, you went over that on Monday. This is awesome. I love all those 1s. And those of you that are not a 1, don't worry. You're number 1 in my heart. We got this. There's still time. And that's what we're going to do for the last 10 minutes or so. We're going to reach out and invite people to the call tomorrow. I don't know how y'all have been trained before in the past. I got really great training. I'm probably going to muck it up exact words, but when we were in Breckenridge, I love what Nick Martinez taught us about just saying, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? Because people will answer you what you're doing tomorrow night. If you sit there and send them us all the call information, hey, can you get on this call tomorrow? We'd love for you to get out of the call tomorrow. Oh my God, that's weird. Just, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? And they say, well, hey, I know you've been watching my stuff. Or maybe you haven't seen my stuff because I haven't been showing up in your feed. But do you know that what I do, like what I'm drinking? I want you to come learn about it. If I can get you a special invite, would you want to come? And you ask them, because you want to ask permission before you just send them the information. Does that make sense? Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get out, girl. Get out. Okay, I'm going to leave now. Just kidding.
Girl. Get out.
Fine, I'm gone. No, but that's the thing. Like, you guys just be real with people. Don't be weird with people. You know, if any of you guys have your past, like, oh, I invited people to my birthday party and no one showed up. This is your practice to make a comeback, yo. You can be the one with like the most people on the call. I don't know. You can even create with the person or your team, be like, hey, let's have a little competition at how many people can get on the call. I want to win a prize. Let's go. And it could be even a personal challenge between you and your team. I don't know. Have fun with it. But I definitely want to, it's Sassy Shay. I can't even call her Shay by herself anymore. She's Sassy Shay to me. Even when I call her on the phone, I'm like, what's up, Sassy Shay? Is there anything else we want to talk about before we get into the action part? Because I want you guys to really spend those last 10 minutes. And if you guys want to stay on longer, You can stay on longer. Maddie will probably cut it off, but you can keep going. Because guess what? We still have time tonight to load up that call tomorrow. Because just like tonight having 50 people on, can you imagine if we had 200 people? If each of you brought 3 people to tomorrow's call, that's 150 people. That's freaking awesome. And then tell them to, this is the other key, they can invite people. Be like, do you know you can even have your friends come? Because they're going to talk all about how to get them for free. And I want you to get free ketones too. So invite some people too. Don't be shy. More the merrier. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to try and find my scripts. I did not prepare for this part.
That's okay. I have one thing to add while you're looking for that. So when I send somebody a message, or if somebody likes one of my Facebook, one of my Prove It Ketones posts, they like it, but they don't comment. I take that as permission to reach out to them and say, hey, thanks for the love on my post. Were you just supporting me? Or can I answer any questions for you? And it's a great time to come in and say, guess what? We have amazing guest call and I have some VIP invites for you. I would love for you to hop on this call, hear stories from some amazing people who are also having success and benefits from this drink. And do me a favor, when you hop on, screenshot that to me in a message, because everyone that hops on is going to go into a drawing for a 3-pack taster of ketones. And that you're giving them an incentive. You're piquing their interest by saying, oh, I've just been seeing you talk about ketones. Now I get to see other people. So you're getting the 3rd, 4th, 5th party validation. So let this guest call be your tool to work the business for you for that entire call. Because they're going to hear so many different stories. So that's the only thing else that I do differently. And then Donna has some great scripts.
We'll see what the emails show up tonight. Because I kind of let him have it this morning.
We'll just mute Bradley.
Have it, Bradley. You tell him. All right. So are you guys ready? And one of the things too, you guys, don't just copy and paste, read it over, make sure it sounds like you. That's the weirdest thing. If you're like, if you sound like me or what I've done, it's going to be really weird. So, and the other thing, if you didn't know, you can copy and paste from the chat in your notes in your phone. Copy and paste this and put it in your phone so you never have to reinvent the wheel again. I just tweak it every time I do it. So I'm going to drop those in. Y'all get in action. Don't mind me. And have fun. And thank you again for being with us tonight. Like, seriously, like, I adore you all.
Because you're going to want to tell them what time. So the Wednesday night VIP guest call is at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, because we're going to want to let them know what time it is. Like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow at 7:30 Central? And then you can lead in, sorry, Donna, with her scripts, and then just kind of tweak it to how it fits your personality.
Girl, you're fine. I'm just giving them added resources. I love what you're saying. It's perfect.
Irie, yes, we just discovered Boards, and it is a great place to house. If none of you know what Boards look like, let me pull up like I'm going to do a message here. Okay, Boards is an app that you can download and you can house different things in here, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can put the script for a 24 fast. Hey, guess what? 24 fast is launching from Sunday to Tuesday, and you get to try 5 products for $24. And so we have, wait, there we go. You can see all of our different things that we have in here. Boards is that's probably another training that we can go over, but you know, I have like new promoter, 24 fast, new flavor drops, doctor videos, Mexican ketones information, campfire video. So you just click on that and boom, you cut and paste. So now that you brought that up, thank you, whoever brought up the Boards. I'm going to put my script in my tab so that when I go to invite the call, I just got to go into my messenger, click on that, cut and paste, copy and paste, and we're done. Oh, nice. Sorry.
Really quick, guys. If you guys did not know this little fun tip, in your Prove It Pulse app, if you go into the search thing and under the announcements, you say search and you write, oh gosh, what is it even called anymore? huddle call or what the guest call. We just changed the names. I'm a little lost right now, but you can search in there and pull up even last week's information. It's always the same. 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yep. And 8 p.m. Eastern. So, and do your math in between. But you always can do that as well. If you are like, hey, I don't have the info yet, they haven't pulsed it out, you can go into a past one. Yeah, exactly, Erica.
Yeah, that's a good point, Erica. Thank you for bringing that. If they come back and say, no, I had plans that night, just say, no worries, I get it. If I could get a hold of this VIP recording, would you listen to it? Can I send it to you? And again, you're not just stopping at their no, you're offering them the chance that we get it. You have a busy schedule. I can get you a recording. Thank you, Erica. Don, are you going to give them a script in the chat? Perfect.
Hey, don't do that.
Now, again, these are my scripts. So Carrie's not leading tomorrow night. I believe Jody is. So don't tease people with Carrie. He's not leading tomorrow, but you get the gist, because I love when I know who's going to lead the call. And if you ever have a question, just ask the person, like your team, hey, does anyone know who's leading tomorrow? Because sometimes it's that personal, like, oh my God, you have to check out my friend, that kind of thing. And also have all morning to do these calls too, which is kind of cool. Irene, no, Carrie's not leading tomorrow. That's just one of my scripts. That's why I'm saying it. Make sure you insert the right person that's leading, and it is Jody tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure that little caveat. As soon as I copied it or pasted, I was like, oh, wait, hold on. I didn't change the name to a blank for y'all. But that's really powerful too, like inviting your customers to this call, because some of those, they definitely want to get free ketones. And of course, the one that I really want to send you is not pasting. So I apologize, but it was basically what we did. And Jody's with an I. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look for that real quick, Liz. Let me look that up.
Maddie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all of the recordings are on the YouTube. Better Starts Here. YouTube.
It is. It is. Why am I not finding it? Shay, do you know what it's called now? Why am I know we did 10.
The YouTube channel?
No, that what we would search for old phone numbers and stuff in the, if you search in the Prevent Pulse app, you can actually pull up old, rather than scrolling through, you can actually search keywords. Like I do huddle and just have
Guest.
Yeah.
Let me
I
see.
guest call, but it comes up with a million other. If it comes up. Yeah, it comes up with a different. Well, it does. I mean, kind of narrows it down, but not really. Oh, and no, that's invite call. Dang it. We really got to make a solid name and stick to it. It'll be easier.
I think that YouTube, hang on, let me look at my subscriptions.
Oh, maybe Ketone Vision. I like that. Let's see. Maybe just Vision. We've changed it a few times, so.
Okay, so it's on the YouTube channel. Better Starts Here, and I just scrolled down, and here was the Wednesday's guest call that's recorded that Carrie did, I guess, last week. So on YouTube, it is called Better Starts Here. And that's where all of our team Zooms are housed. So if you missed the action hour, you could go there. If you missed the huddle call, you can go there. Our Blitz parties are there, but the guest calls are on there. How to host a keto life party. There's Rebecca did that one. Here's Jody talking about KLP parties and blitzes. Here's Carrie, Friday Action Hour, which used to be Friday, but now we're Tuesday nights. They're recorded on here. New promoter training. Y'all, this is another tool right here. If you feel like you don't know enough and somebody wants to join your team, pull up this new promoter training. Jody's done one and Rebecca's done one. Jody's is right up underneath, and say, hey, I'm so excited that you're thinking about joining my team. Watch this video and then let me know what questions you have, and then connect that person to your upline. This is just so many tools. And I know it seems like we're throwing a lot at you, but there's so many things that can do the bulk of it for you. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah. And what's so great is I remember when I first started, it seemed like a lot. And now I'm like, what else you got? What else you got? You start to become used to it, especially you new mamas, what it's like when you first had your baby. You're like, oh my God, it's like craziness. Now it's like, yeah, whatever, by your third kid. Liz, to answer your question, I believe, because there's the recordings you can find on the Better Starts Here. As far as the word I looked up, if you wanted to pull up the call information like Erica did, I just put vision because it's called the ketone vision call now. So that could help you if that's what's answering your question. As far as just the call information. Let me know if that answered it. Okay. Cool. Okay, you're welcome. All right. Yeah, we were, it's really interesting. We're like, yeah, we'll do like 45 minutes, but I don't know. I just don't want to leave you guys. You're welcome, Liz. I'm like, can we just keep going? It's really a power hour, right? So I'm willing to stay if y'all are willing to stay. But if you guys need to hop off, we totally understand. But just please, like Shay said, I caught myself. I didn't call you Sassy Shay that time. But like she said, if you start putting these little steps in, you're so welcome, Sandra. These steps in daily, they become oh, I brushed my teeth and I reached out to 5 friends. Oh, I, comb my hair and I joined 3, new groups and I'm expanding my, it just starts becoming part of life. So it doesn't seem like you're doing it all. And there's always time in the nooks and crannies of your day to do this. And we really do appreciate being with you guys, right?
And I have one last thing. So Donna said, if you reach out to 5 friends, who has seen our Rhino Run tracker? If you don't know where to find this, reach out to your upline, or it's also in the Better Starts Here promoter group. If you reach out to 5 people, you can put the date and you put their name. Imagine if you filled this whole thing up, there's 36 names. And then you helped your customers get free ketones by having them reach out to people, and you kept track of those names for them. Think how your business would double. So this is a good way to keep track of how many people you're inviting to the call and how many people you're reaching out to. Mine's got a clean slate. So obviously you might not want to send people a message tonight because on the East Coast, it is close to 10 o'clock. But tomorrow, start planting those seeds because the call is at 7:30 Central, 8 Eastern, and 6:30 Pacific.
Nope, 5:30.
5:30?
5:30, yeah. Okay. And 6:30 Mountain, I think still. I don't know. That's why I would say I do the bookend times. I'm all 5:30 and 8:30 and everybody in between figure it out.
This is a great tool. So if you don't want to write it down on a notebook, this has an actual way of how you connected them. Facebook, Messenger, and in person if you wanted to really keep detailed information. But this is good to use or you could also just, old school and use a notebook.
A clipboard. I just printed a bunch out and put them on my clipboard, and then I just always have them. So whenever you also, sometimes it's follow-up, which I know we didn't do a lot of follow-up today, but when you're going to follow up and you're like, I don't have anybody, go look at your tracker. Look at those people. You got them. They're around.
One more tip. This is genius.
I love this. This is the bonus time anyway. Let's go.
Someone you're like, oh, the reboot just launched. And you're like, I know I've talked to people before. Go into your messenger and in the search bar, type in reboot. Every person you've ever had a conversation with about reboot is going to pop up. Or if you put 24 fast, or if you just put ketones or raspberry lemonade, whatever you've talked to somebody about, it will pull up for you so that if you're not a paper person, but you can still search it if you sent them a message. It's a brilliant tool that I wish I would have known when I first started, because I was like, I was so overwhelmed. And then somebody's like, just type in the search bar. Like for if something happens to launch, we all love Mexican ketones, you can just put in Mexican, and anybody that you've ever blasted about Mexican ketones, look at all my people. They come up that I've talked to about Mexican ketones, be like, oh my God, you won't believe what's here. You got to have it. So it's another great source that puts you into action when you don't remember who you've all talked to, because our Facebook messages will sometimes just disappear when we have a lot of them. So use that search bar to your advantage also as another tool.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to just contribute, what if we tripled this call next Tuesday?
That's a challenge.
How cool would it be if we just make sure 3 people that we didn't see on here are here next Tuesday? Because that's what charges us up. Like, it is like, what? And once, like, hey, you gotta, these tips and tricks, I didn't even think of that one. I'm like, cool. I might not have known that. So if we come with us every single week, you're gonna find little nuggets, because we all lead differently. It's not gonna be me and Sassy Shay next week. It's gonna be 2 other amazing people. So let's just load it up and have fun and grow our businesses together, because that's where the good stuff is. You guys are so welcome. You're so welcome. And Sassy Shay, I just want to thank you for being my partner tonight, because I just had a blast with you. I've been leading them by myself, and this is way more fun. I just got
it is more fun with 2 people. Before we go, does anyone have any questions at all? If not, and you think of one, message myself or message Donna or message your upline. But I really appreciate everyone taking time out of their night to hop on tonight and learn all these new tips and tricks. I learned some things from y'all, and I hope you guys learned some things from us. And these are every single week. Staying plugged in keeps your mind motivated and refreshed and renewed, and you pick up new things to do and new skills and new ideas. And it just makes us all push forward in our business.
Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing. And it's just repeat. All right. Anybody hanging out? Are we going to keep hanging? I'm cool. Like, I don't have to be anywhere till 8. So are we calling it? I was like, we're calling it.
Thanks everyone coming on. I had a blast. Donna, thanks for doing this with me, and I can't wait to do it again with you.
Heck yeah, girl. Let's do it again. All right. Bye, guys.